What's up, GameLeapers? Coach Eagz bringing you another video, and in this episode you will learn how Dopa is able to win games by averaging only 3.5 kills a game. How does he do it? We will be covering his precise wave management, limit testing, map awareness, and playstyle. Dopa is regarded by many as the best solo queue player in the world, and we are going to find out why, so don't go anywhere. The information in this video is too red hot to miss. Remember to help a video out and leave a like, we really appreciate it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our daily uploads, and check out GameLeap.com, the market leader for League of Legends learning. Videos, courses, guides, hundreds of them made by challenger players and coaches to help you reach your potential. Alright, let's get into it. Let's talk about the intricate details of the early lane phase. Dopa decides to queue the first minion wave before it comes to lane. I have two questions for you, fam. What does this do, and why does he do it? Well, this means Dopa's wave will push into Ryze, and as a result, Dopa will hit level 2 first. So why does this matter? At level 2 you have an extra ability, and this translates to damage, so it will give Dopa the chance to pile the pressure on Ryze and punish him if he moves up for CS. It's also a lot easier to play the 1v1 with the minion advantage. Think about your games, guys. Dealing damage to the enemy champion and winning trades is almost impossible if the enemy wave is shoving into you. It's hard to do more than one thing at a time. In return, Ryze moves up looking to harass Dopa. Why is he looking to trade now, and not before Dopa queued the wave? I kinda just gave away the answer, but yes, because Dopa used an ability. This puts that ability on cooldown, so the only source of damage Dopa has is from his auto attacks. Ryze has his auto attacks and an ability, so Dopa respects the cooldown situation and retreats. This is the essence of trading, and it's quite beautiful to watch. Dopa stops his retreat and then moves up. Why? Good, because its Q is now off cooldown. Now we're starting to get somewhere, I can feel it. The back and forth continues. Every time Orianna Qs, Ryze reacts and moves up. Every time Orianna's Q comes back up, she moves up. Now Dopa positions very aggressively past Ryze's minions, and Ryze concedes. What's the reason behind both players' decisions? Dopa will hit level 2 after one of these melee minions dies, and wants to be in a position to trade with Ryze when he hits that power spike. Ryze knows this, but he doesn't lose anything for doing so. He isn't missing any creeps for playing safe, and this is why he moves up shortly after. His goal for the early game is to accrue the gold for tier ASAP, and sacrificing a bit of HP to do so is definitely worth it. He should have that gold after the third wave, which is the first cannon wave. So yes, a lot of information to take in, but there is a reason behind everything, and this is why it's high elo. Let's pause it as Dopa wards the opponent's raptors. Lots of low elo players ward and give up something. There is a cost to them leaving mid. Whether that be to roam, place vision, help at an objective, dive a side lane, whatever it is, they normally give up gold and XP in the form of minions and turret plates. Is Dopa losing out on CS when he wards the enemy raptors in this situation? No. So warding at this point in time is completely justified. Warding as the next wave collides or as the current wave fully shoves is typically the most efficient time to ward or roam or make a play elsewhere. So after Dopa places this ward, why does he hug the north side of the lane? Why not run back to the middle or lower side of the lane? Ryze's positioning is an influence for sure, but what about the enemy jungler? After he places the ward, there is no sign of Kindred topside, so if she was to gank Dopa, she would likely have to do it from bot side of the map. Wards are your friends, guys, and playing lane closer to your homies means you are safer. They've got your back. A few moments later, Ryze TPs back to lane with his tier, and there are a few trades. Dopa tanks some of the wave to bait Ryze into thinking he's going to freeze, but this is way too risky for Dopa given his health and mana. Watch this. Baiting at its finest. Dopa sees Ryze posturing to all in because of the ward, and notices his teammates near Dragon if we look at the map. He knows even if Ryze combos perfectly here, he can't kill Orianna. Remember, Orianna has a shield from her command Protect and a speed up from her command Dissonance. They would just trade flashes and Graves and Leona would make it in time. So it's not just about solo killing your lane opponent, guys, and in this elo it rarely happens in matchups like these because both sides play optimally. I guarantee though, if Dopa was playing like this in low elo, he would probably already have a few kills and a massive CS lead. This is also a crucial play in this early game. Dopa is able to recall uninterrupted while Ryze is pressured by Graves, and remember Ryze doesn't have TP. So Orianna resets and TPs back instantly for a massive tempo advantage. Ryze backs off the wave and misses all of it. Dopa hits 6 off the cannon wave and has all the pressure in this lane. Look where he stands, same as before when he was about to hit level 2. Not behind his range minions like most players, but closer to Ryze. He wants to use this advantage and trade as much as possible. Let me pause it. When Ryze moves up like this, what do you think is happening? Does he want to 1v1 Dopa? Of course not, unless Dopa runs it down. He's running up to Dopa because Kindred is nearby. This is the biggest giveaway, and it even happens in Korean Challenger. So if this Ryze is doing it, I know mid laners you're going against are doing the same. Just back off and let the enemy jungler waste their time trying to gank you. This is a very similar situation to the one we looked at earlier when Ryze tried to flash combo. He overextends again here, and Dopa notices Grey is running to mid lane. Same thing, right? So Dopa throws his Q out and uses his shockwave when Ryze runs past the ball. This brings him back into it and gives Grace the best possible chance of gap closing and killing Ryze. If he was to shockwave immediately, he would be pushing Ryze away closer to his tower, i.e. safety. Couple of waves later, what do you think Dopa wants to do with this wave? He wants to shove, right? Because he needs to replenish his HP and mana by basing. He'll also be sitting on gold at this point. He has the right idea, but could have done this a tiny bit quicker by doing what with his Q? Making sure it hits all the minions, yes. When you are shoving a wave, you want to damage as many minions as possible with your ability. The more of the wave you damage, the quicker they will die, and the quicker your wave will shove. Minor detail, that one. Dopa returns to mid, and after hard pushing the wave, goes for a roam. Is there much cost to doing this? No, because he shoved out the wave beforehand. Ryze responds correctly, however, and we can see him on the map, hard shoving the next wave back to Dopa, so he misses out on the next minion wave. Ryze doesn't want Dopa to roam for free here, so he has to create a trade. Dopa roams and gets a kill, Ryze shoves mid, so Dopa misses the next wave. This is a very important small detail. Ryze is missing and Dopa knows he can set up plays, not just around the map with his ultimate, but also mid if Dopa pushes up too far. So he saves his W, similar to a TF ult. He uses his flash to be safe and uses his shockwave when Ryze is on his side of the ball. This drags him back into the tower range and Dopa almost kills him. What is one of the points we've been talking about, guys? Roaming costs. Ryze decides to run to the fight bot side, so what should Dopa do with the upcoming wave? Just last hit, or should he shove? If you said shove, nice job. Clearing the enemy minions means Dopa's next wave will hit Ryze's tower, and he will miss the CS. Ryze all of a sudden makes a pretty interesting play and tries to take blue side's raptor camp. Maybe he's had enough at this point, I'm not sure. Let's pause it and look at the map. What should Orianna do based off her teammates' locations? She should try to lock down Ryze so her teammates get there. Take note of the pings as well here. Dopa and Leona are collapsing onto Ryze, so they on my wave ping and neck minute, take him down, and a wild set appears, he dies as well. Because we have smashed through the nuances of the laning phase, I'm going to give you guys a break and let you watch Dopa in a couple of team fights. Headbutt is bad. That's the tip I'm going to give you from these fights. Dopa always maintains space between him and the enemy champions. He's safer, and as a result can get off multiple rounds of abilities in extended fights. When Ashe appears here over the wall, look at this subtle movement, away, and then runs down knowing he's safe. He tries to keep his teammates alive as long as possible, which doesn't work out, but it's important to note that Dopa doesn't die trying to save them. As the game progresses, kills and deaths become more and more impactful because of major objectives like Baron, inhibs, soul points, and elders. So if your teammates are going to run it down, guys, let the inters int. Dopa's Aphelios is very strong this game and is their win condition. Keep him alive and the game ends. Whenever Dopa can protect him and speed him up with her ball, he does just that. Dopa lands a 6 shockwave here and the blue team takes Baron shortly after. They get more kills after securing the Nash and the red team forfeits. So Dopa's playstyle is ideal for solo queue, as we've seen in this game, because he plays very risk-free. He's not limit testing every time he has his cooldowns up like most people in low elo. It's calculated, it's precise, it's optimal. If you guys can apply some of the teachings in this video, then you will not only become a better mid laner, you will climb as a result of that improvement. I just want to say a big thank you for all of the recent support on the videos, guys. We're working hard to get this channel back to where it belongs, and definitely can't do it without your help. So thank you. Seeing as the ranked season is coming to an end and pre-season is looming, if you have any video suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments and we will definitely look into the topics you put forward. Maybe you want to learn the basics of a new role, or you want some information on the upcoming changes. Let us know. For our upcoming videos, we are releasing an Ultimate Jhin guide tomorrow and a general CSing video after that. So if Jhin is one of your favorite ADCs, useful to know what he does regardless if you play him or not because he's picked a lot right now. Or if CSing is one of your weak points, then definitely stay tuned for those. As far as high elo analysis goes like this video, if there are any streamers or pro players you want us to go over, then be sure to let us know too. If you enjoyed the video and learned something from it, leaving a like would be sick, as would subscribing to the channel because you legit do not want to miss any of our must-watch daily uploads. And if you're serious about becoming the best, you have to head over to our website GameLeap.com, the only place for informative league content that will make sure you become the best player you can be. I will also be posting videos on it very soon, so make sure you go check it out. This has been Coach Eagz. Until next time, peace.